obsessed with ancient Egypt, British archaeologists and necromancers have discovered the means to reanimate dead bodies, quickly replacing mechanical inventions with cheap, undead labor. But some fanatics plan to summon Moloch, an ancient god, and cast his burning wrath upon London. Only one thing stands in their way. The gentlemen of the Unicorn Club. Her Majesty counts on you in the campaign to thwart the cult. Rise of Moloch is a Victorian adventure board game for 2 to 5 players that takes place in an alternative England where magic and technology have taken an extraordinary turn.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the world of Smog, the rise of Moloch. You're going to have to pardon my voice for a little bit today. Allergies have swept through Austin again, which is so typical, and it's affecting my ability to communicate. So anyway, guys, I can still talk fine. It's just a little rough. But we're deep in it. We're trying to get the damsel out of here and keep the gentleman alive while the agents are trying to kill the damsel, at least apprehend her, stop her from escaping, and at the same time maybe take out a few of the gentlemen as well. It's been interesting. We're down to just one of the Bobby minions left and no zombies on the board. The gentlemen have been very good at taking out the zombies, and we're going to get into our next turn. A couple things I just want to bring up. If you are interested in the Arkham Horror collectible, or actually living card game, check out Cat Weasel. He's doing one right now, a new one which looks so much fun. He's kind of compiled the ladies of Arkham into a kind of a campaign event with one of the scenario decks or scenario sets that came out about a year ago, so the spoilers won't be too bad. Most of you probably played it before. If you haven't, well then just know that it's spoilery. But I hope you're enjoying this one, and we're going to get right to it. So that's my plug. Was there something else I wanted to cover? I thought there was, but I think we'll just, if I remember it, I'll stop and start talking about it. But let's just get right into the action and see what we can do. Now, we did finally get rid of the head trauma for Emma Swanson. She rested. She did that, so she healed up, got rid of the head trauma. That was a good thing for her, and we're going to get right to it. So the first thing, of course, that we have to do is go to our order phase. Now, in the order phase, and yes, I'm going to say this every time we do this because I just want to make sure that people understand, if they're tuning into this episode and haven't watched the others, well, why we're doing what we're doing. This is a 1 versus many game, so when you place these cards out, they're supposed to be placed out. The agent's cards are supposed to be placed out in activation order by the lead player, the leader of the player group, and the nemesis player would be placing these out. But since I'm doing both, we are randomizing it. That is not the way it's supposed to be done. There, disclaimer in place. It is a house rule because I am playing this solo for you guys in the form of a kind of a demonstration, right? So I shuffled these up. Don't know how they're coming out, and we'll see how they go. Now, because I'm doing that, it could really sway the game in a non-strategic way, like not the way, like if you know what you're trying to accomplish, you could stack your deck in your cards in the way that you would want to accomplish it, but we can't do that. So, also, one of the things that did come up is someone asked if you can go over your limit of ether, and I don't know, so I can't find that, but I'm just going to put these aside for now. She hasn't really had to worry about it. She's had plenty. She's the only one that's over her amount to begin with. Everybody else is under it, including the bad guys, so I'm not too worked up about it. The only thing I would say about that, if that's true, that really limits Emerson, who has an ability that, well, both of them have abilities that cost 2, so they have to constantly try and get new ether back for the agents, which seems like it would be hindering because there's never as many agents as there are gentlemen. There's always 4 gentlemen. There's usually only 2 to a couple of agents on the board with a bunch of minions. Well, we'll see. Anyway, let's get back. That was it. So let's just get back. We did our order phase. So what we're going to do in the next step is go to our activation phase. We're going to reveal the first card. Who's going to go first? It's going to be Abigail Sutherland, Spiritual Arcanist. Now, she's been using this power and keeping it up, and she's going to continue to do so. So she's going to go down to 1 ether, and she's going to give 1 to the bad guys. They're going to put it on their summon minions power right now. Okay, and now they could also put it on the two agents as well, but that's what we're going to do with it. All right, and now she's going to start her activation. She gets 2 actions. She is way up at the top, ready to take on Emerson, who's got some damage on him already. I think that she's just going to flat out attack him. She's not going to use the harpoon gun. It doesn't really do anything for her unless she's at a decent range and it can pull him in. But she doesn't need to do that. She's right next to him, and she just wants to kind of keep him there. I wish she wasn't actually going first, and this is one of those things where I probably would not have made her go first. So if he moved out in a way that he could attack the damsel, she would have been able to pull him in perhaps and stop him. But we'll see. So she is going to attack. Now, she is attacking with her punch, which is 3, but she also has her channel spirits, which gives her 4 dice. So she's got 4 dice currently to attack Emerson. So let's roll those dice and see what she gets. Let's roll them right out here on the board. Let's see, she gets... Okay, she got a 1 hit. Now the plus doesn't do anything for her right now. She has 2 crowns. She has choices with those crowns. She can, as we've gone through before, she can take it as a hit, or she can gain 2 ether. She only has 1 ether, so I think she's going to take 1 as ether, which will give her 2, put her back up to 3 out of potentially the 5 that she can have, I guess. And then the other 2 will be hits. So that means that Emerson, he has an agility of 3, so he's going to do that. He also has an evasion. With only 2 hits, I think he's just going to take a chance to see if he can block the 2 of them and see what we can do there. Wow, he failed completely, so I shouldn't have taken that chance. That means he takes an additional 2 hits. That puts him up to 5 out of his 10, so he's halfway damaged, but that's okay because I was saving his hits for something. Now, that is not it. Emma has another hit, so I think she's going to take an attack again and see if she can do more damage to him. She might as well. She's just going to stay there and wallop on him with her second action. Let's see what she gets. Well, she did the same, actually. She got 3 hits, but only one of them this time was an ether. She's going to take them as 3 hits to force Emerson to spend an ether to try to use his evasion skill and boost up his defense by 3 dice, but it'll suck up one of his ether that he has available to him. And so, he has the special skill of evasion, which basically says when this figure's attacked, but before defense dice are rolled, he may spend 1 ether to add 3 dice. He's going to do that. So he's going to get 6 dice total to defend against those 3 hits. And here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what he gets. He did really badly last time. Did much better this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. He defended against all of them. He also got a crown, which he will take as 2 ether. Yeah. That's one of the few ways that these guys can get ether, I think. Though he can't do that. I take it back. I always think that the enemies can do that, but they can't. It only gives them an attack. So he did not get 2 ether from that. He's going to have to get it from the good guys spending their ether. It's called the price of power. All right. Well, that was so he completely defended against that. He feels pretty good about himself at this point in time. And that's going to end Abigail's activation. So we're going here, and let's see. Oh, now it's Emerson. He says, "You thought you were clever, little lady." Yeah. And so I don't know what would he be like. He's got some mask on too. "Well, little lady, I've got you now." He's going to try and attack her. I keep going through this thing where I want to role play this out, get into my whole D&D role playing thing, and do different. When I was DMing, I used to do different voices and characters and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I want to do that in these games, but I don't want them to make them last like 5 hours while I act out the character parts. Anyway, Emerson is going to probably I think he's going to move and attack her. So he's a wee bit worried about Cavendish there, Walter Cavendish, because he's got a powerful attack. So I think what he's going to do, if he moves, he's going to take a point of damage, unless he does something to evade that. No, what he's going to do is he's going to do his special attack. Let me show you what that looks like, guys, on his card. Okay, so normally he's got a 5 trigger, and you can be at point blank range and still use your trigger. So he's going to shoot his unusual gun thing that he's got. He's like a sniper type dude. But he's also going to do this attack boost, which means that if he gets a hit plus, it equals 2 hits. Cost him his 2 remaining ether as well. So we're going to spend his 2 remaining ether to do that. and he's going to get 5 dice. That's what he's going to get. It doesn't get any more. 3, 4, 5 dice to attack Abigail Sutherland. Now, any hit plus, like this one, that he gets is going to be worth 2 hits. So, let's see what he can do. Well, he didn't do terribly. He got 3 hits out of that because this one's worth 2. So, now, does that also count as a hit, or does it just count as 2 hits? That's a good question. It says 1 plus equals 2 hits. So, I'm going to say that that was a total of 3 hits right here on Abigail. Abigail, she now has +1 to her agility because she's channeling spirits, which gives her 4 dice for agility to defend against them. She has no cover or anything, so she blocked 1 of them. This does not count. That would count if she has cover, but she can gain some ether, and I think she will. Now, she's already at 3. She'll gain 2 more, and then the other one just won't do anything. But she did block 1 of the hits, so she took 2 hits from that attack. Now, she can only take 3 before she takes a torment card. And Emerson's going to go again. Now, this time he cannot use his special ability, but he can still just attack her for 5 dice. So he's just blasting away at her. He wants to get her out of the way before she might run away if she takes too much damage, so he can move and not suffer any hits. So he's just going to attack her from behind that crate back there. Way up the top. Let's see what he gets. Ooh, oh my gosh. Too bad that wasn't the one he did, but he did get 3 hits again. So with her 4 dice, she's going to have to defend against 3 more hits, and she completely failed. She took 3 more hits. Guys, that is bad for her. This is dangerous ground for Abigail because she just took 3 hits. She's at 5 of her 6. Now, also because she passed this threshold here, she's immediately going to suffer a torment card. She took a big hit from Emerson. He really walloped on her. These agents can be tough. Now, he's hurting. I mean, he's a little under half of his health. He's got 10 out of his 10. He's got 6 on him, so they can do him in too. And when he's done in, he's done in. He doesn't come back. Let's see what she gets. Leg injury, -1 agility. Ooh. Remove this torment only when you recover or are revived. Well, so this is going to stay with her. She's going to have 1 less agility. That one might be, 1 less agility, period, not just agility action, due to a leg injury. Now, even though she's this crazy spirit person, she's still a person. So she did suffer that hit. And that is going to be the end of Emerson. He had a pretty effective round. So that's going to be the end of his turn. Let's go see who goes next. Well. It's going to be one of the gentlemen. Let's see. The allies. So little Bobby, he's going to get to go. And I think what he's going to do... I have a plan for him. Let's see. He is going to go 1, 2 to right here, and that's as far as he can go. So he's going to go there and stop, and there's a reason he's going to do that, because she also gets to go, and she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, not only does she have cover, but he can block the hit from her. She's trying to run around to this exit. She's going to try and make her way around. Tobias, the other agent, is currently engaged and can't do anything, and is also embattled with the Marquis of Carabas, and perhaps even Walter Cavendish, depending on which way he goes. Though he's very concerned about our girl Abigail at this point. He can't attack, though, from the current position on Emerson. That's why Emerson didn't run away from behind this crate right here. So that is it for the allies. That's all they get to do, guys. Now remember, she has an agility of 4 because she can move. She can really hustle. But she's only got 2 hit points left. If they get her, then we're in trouble. So let's see what happens next. I think we'll see. There's probably going to be, I would imagine it's going to be, we'll see. All right, we're going to draw the next of these cards. Oh, and it is Tobias. He is going to go next. What does he do? Let's think about this. He's a little bit hurt, so the first thing he's definitely going to do is attack. Now, he punches. He's a fist fighter. He gets 5 dice on his attack as well. So he's going to roll 5 dice there. And he's also going to activate his ability for this turn's attack boost. If this attack deals damage, heal Tobias up to 3. So he's going to spend his ether and try and see if he can heal some of that damage, because I want to try and move him to intercept the damsel. All right, what does he get? He gets only 2, 3 hits. He got 3 hits on that. Against Emma Swanson. Emma Swanson has an agility of 3. That's all she has. She doesn't have any other special abilities. Though she does have evasion, she might as well spend it to see if she can avoid the damage. She's already taken a torment card before, So she's going to spend 2 points. That means that we're going to get to give that to somebody on the bad guy's side, and I think it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be, we're going to continue to power up the summon minions ability. I was thinking about giving it back to one of the agents so that for their special, but we're probably going to get more. But that means that she's going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 dice to retaliate against, defend it with. Let's see if she can evade this attack. Well, she didn't. Well, yes, she did. There's 3. There's 3. She blocked 3 right there. So she defended against his first attack. Means he doesn't heal anything because he didn't actually get that. That leaves her with 2 ether, though. So does he want to hit her again and stay out in the open, or does he take another hit and move? He's got way more hits. He has 3 damage on him, but he's got 12 hit points, and he can do charge. He could actually take a damage and charge the Marquis, but I think what we're going to do with him, he could get to here and avoid attacks from the other characters. I think he's going to do that. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to here, which means he takes 1 more point of damage for leaving the space that was defended by Emma. Now, Emma will be able to move and shoot him, but she's going to have to move and shoot him, and that's important. The other 2 won't be able to get to him. I don't think the Marquis nor Walter Cavendish can get to him from there. And then he's going to activate, well, we're going to activate the Summon Minions card on our power sheet, which we've fueled up to give us 2 zombies next to a character. So that is going to leave 1 point of ether still on that, but we're going to get 2 zombies back, and we're putting them here. That's right. Well, they have to be adjacent, so we're going to put them here and, yeah, still not in line of sight. Here and here, because that way they can start to move around and try and maybe I can even summon more of them, start getting them back on the board so we can block the young lady. And she's trying to stay away from Emerson because he can shoot Tobias over here. He's got these zombies now. He's starting to beef up a force to be able to take on the agents. Okay, let's continue on. That was Tobias's turn. He didn't hurt Emma. That's why he decided to flee. But it is going to be the agent's turn. Let's see who goes next. It's going to be the Marquis de Carabas. Well, what will he do? He's got a number of things that he's capable of doing. Now the thing is, with Walter Cavendish also able to help Abigail, do we... You know, I could use his otherworldly ability. It's move 1 enemy in line of sight up to 3 squares toward you. Each enemy may only be targeted once per activation. I think he's going to do that as an action. His first action is going to do that. He's going to spend a ether, which the enemy puts on the summon minion's power. He's going to do that because now he can pull Emerson up to 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. Pull him right out in the open, man. That is really good. Here's the Marquis. Pulls him right out in the open. It just says they have to have line of sight. It's not limited in range, right? And that wasn't, even though that crate there, that crate gives him an obstacle which provides cover but does not block line of sight, is the way I understand it. So he does that. That's his first action. For his second action, that puts him in range of his whip. Yeah, this is going to be an awesome attack from the Marquis. So Marquis is going to use his whip. That's going to give him a 4. This is a ranged weapon, actually, so it's +1 on the range. For trigger, he's got a 3. So that's 4. Plus, he's going to spend his point to activate this ability, which is knock down and not disorient, but same thing, daze. So it says if attacks deal damage, lose 1 ether per daze icon. So he can, well, he doesn't need to do that, but knocking him down would be helpful. That creates a situation if the attack deals damage, the target is knocked down. And for knockdown, the first action point must be used standing up, so I'd limit his actions. So he's definitely going to do that. He spent the point to do it, and then that's going to require him to spend another point, so he's going to go down 1 more. That gives him 1 ether on his sheet, and 1 more goes to... Now, we've already got the... the enemy's going to put this on the command minion's power now, so maybe we can get an extra command on the minions if we get the chaos thing. We can do a bunch of stuff. All right, well, and now he's going to attack Emerson with his whip. That is again going to be 4 dice on Emerson, and if any damage gets through, Emerson will be knocked down. Let's see if he can succeed. Oh, look at that! Wow. So Well, it's only 2 hits actually, or ether, but I think he'll take the 2 hits because he wants to try and do damage to Emerson. Emerson has, he does have the evasion ability, but he no longer has any ether left to spend it on. That was a mistake on my part, but it's only 2 hits. Emerson gets 3 dice to defend with. Let's see if he can avoid the damage. He does not. He defended 1. This counts as hits only, so he takes 1 point of damage, Emerson. That puts him at 7 out of his 10. And he is knocked down because of the whip. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, that is going to be the end of the Marquis's turn. That's pretty good for the Bloodsucker himself. It also says each time you neutralize a minion, you heal damage, but he didn't neutralize any minions. He also has this, but that's not going to help him either. And he gets his bonus action with Bismarck. So I think Bismarck is going to pile on Emerson too. Might as well. He could attack anything within line of sight with Bismarck. And it's going to be an attack of 3 on Emerson. Wow, 2 hits on Emerson. Emerson gets to defend with 3 dice. And he took another point of damage. That was effective. So now Emerson is at 3, 6. Yeah, now he's at 7. Sorry, guys. No, he's at 8. 8 out of 10 hits. Emerson is about done. That is not good for the agents. It actually looks like it just took a really bad turn for the Nemesis player, but we'll see because it's their turn and it is the time of chaos for our bad guys. Now, here's what we're going to do with them. Yeah. We're actually going to populate those 2 enemies around Emerson. So here's what we're going to do. The thing we're going to do is summon minions, spawn a minion adjacent to an agent. So we're going to do that. 2 more zombies, up to 2. So 2 more zombies come in there. And they are going to go right here. Now, I can't get them any closer to the damsel in this turn, but that's the way that it goes. However, that was only one part of what we're going to do. The next part is I'm also then going to use the command minions. Activate up to 2 minions. Costs us 1 ether to do that, so there is that. And those 2 minions are going to, the first one's going to attack the Bobby, hopefully kill it, and then the other one's going to get up to the damsel. We'll see. So they, the zombies have a 3 attack, 3 punch, and so one of them's going to punch the Bobby. Let's see what they get. Oh, only 1 hit. Oh, but it's a 1+, so if it succeeds, that means that it will knock down the Bobby. But hopefully it does succeed because then the Bobby will be kaput. The Bobby has a agility of 2, so he gets 2 dice to defend with. He did, unfortunately, defend against... No, that's not a defense. That's only if there's cover, and there's not. So, this Bobby, the last of the Bobbies, was removed. He took 1 hit point of damage. That leaves the zombie able to do this. 1, 2, without taking a hit and moving through there. So he's kind of blocked off the damsel. He's gotten cover from the Marquis, cover from Walter Cavendish as well, because there's people in the way. And perhaps that'll allow him to attack the damsel next turn. We'll have to see. It's going to be really random luck whether that happens or not. It depends on when he goes. Okay, that is the end of the chaos turn. We've done everything we can on the chaos turn. Now we still have more of our gentlemen to go. And so the next one up is going to be Emma Swan. Let's see what she's going to do. I have a pretty good idea what she's going to do. I think she thinks it's best to clear the path for our girl, the damsel. I am going to... Sorry, I got a message. Just want to take a look at it real quick. I think she's going to do this. So she does have cover, but if she attacks Emerson and can do the rest of the damage against Emerson, Emerson is done. However, her weapon does not have limited range. And she can fuel it up with her ether. So she's going to do that. She's going to use her symbiotic rifle. She's going to attack Emerson, not the zombie, because maybe she can clear the way for the damsel to head back in the other direction. I know she's running in circles trying to get away, but we're going to do this for trigger. She's going to... she could do this. Does she want to make 1 free attack with and take out the zombie first and then have 2 actions? That's a better way to go than this, I think. She's not worried about healing. She's going to spend her 2 on this symbiotic link. We're going to take this 2 and we're going to put it on Emerson because he wants to be able to use his attack boost ability. Well, he's probably not going to live through this. I think we're going to put it on our summon minions again. We're going to keep trying to keep some zombies on the board to harry our good guys. So she's going to use this and get a free attack. She's going to hit the zombie first. It does give her 4 dice, plus 1 for her symbiotic rifle. So she's going to have 5 dice total to hit the zombie. What does she do? Well, she's going to use this crown. She got 2 hits. She wants to kill the zombie. She's going to use the crown as another hit to ensure that this zombie goes down. Now if she gets future crowns, maybe she'll use it to get some ether back. But she wanted to take that zombie out with a free hit. Now she gets another attack. She's going to use it. Her first action now is going to be attack Emerson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 5 dice on Emerson. Knocked over Cavendish, and she got, let's see, there's only 2 hits. How much does she need? She needs 6, 7. She needs 2 on Emerson. Emerson does get, even though he's prone, he gets his 3 defense. She's going to take it as 2 hits and make Emerson roll some defense dice. So 2 hits on Emerson, and he got them both. He blocked both of them. Wow. So Emma, she says, well, I'm just going to keep shooting away. So she levels her rifle and shoots again at Emerson. Which she only gets 1 hit. I think instead of taking a chance, she's going to take that as ether. That'll give her 2 ether back. Okay. She's got 2 ether. Okay. And that is going to mark the end of her action, unfortunately. That was really not good for her. Now the truth comes out. The zombies get to go. And there's one right next to the damsel. So it is, of course, going to attack the damsel with its 3 punch. We gotta try this, because if I can knock her down 1 more point, there's no way she can leave that space with the zombie still there. So it is going to get 3 dice against her. Let's see what it gets. I only got 1 point of damage against her, and she has 4 agility. So she's going to roll 4 dice, to which she did not block any of them. She actually took the point. So the damsel took another point of damage. She's now at 2 of 3. This is still anybody's win at this point. That's amazing. And that is going to be the end of the zombie. Wait, no, we got 2 more zombies. What do I want to do with them? 1, 2... See, because I think they're going to try and take Emerson out and send him that way. So we're going to harry these guys. 1, 2, that'll be better than nothing. And so they moved. That's all they can do. They can only get to 1 action. So the zombies are going under the command of Tobias. They are moving toward. One came up behind Emma Swanson, and then the other one is going around the building. Now we're going to go to Walter Cavendish. I think he's the last one left. All right, and yep, it's going to be Walter Cavendish. Now he's got a lot of power he can use there. He is going to definitely go after Emerson. He's using his Tesla gloves. He's going to trigger, so he's going to do a ranged attack. That's going to give him 4. He will take a point of damage. That's going to give him a total of 6 dice. And it's worth it. So he kind of electrocutes himself a bit to get 6 dice. I could get that up to 8 if I spend the rest of his... but the attack boost that he just did costs 1. Leaving him 1 in case he needs to counterattack. We'll see. I don't think he will, but anyway, he is going to level that blast on Emerson. Plus, he can do that again if he needs to. So, and he might be able to get some ether back using his ability. So we'll see. In the meantime, he's hitting Emerson with 6 dice. This might be the end of the agent. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3 total hits right now, and he can convert this into his special ability allows him to convert that into a hit and a point of ether, so he's going to do that. There we go. And that means there's 3 hits on Emerson. Emerson cannot use his evasion ability because he doesn't have any more ether to spend. So, oh wait, he does. I just spent 1, didn't I? I did. So I think though that it won't matter if it goes. Yeah, it's going to go on Emerson, and then Emerson's going to use it to get his dodge. But let's roll. So he'll roll 6 dice in retaliation. He's trying to evade. He's rolling around on the ground. He defended against 3 hits. That's enough. Okay, so he defended against 3 hits against Walter Cavendish. Walter's going to do it again. So he's going to shoot you know what? He's not going to spend the ether because that will not allow Emerson to get 3 extra dice and still allow Walter to have four dice. So he's going to use 4 dice to attack. See if that helps the scenario. And he got 2 hits on Emerson. And then Emerson only gets to roll 3 dice back. So let's see what he gets. Emerson did not defend against any of them. So that means that Emerson has been neutralized. He was down to 2 hit points. He has been taken out. So I think he is out of the game permanently. For this scenario. So Emerson goes down at the blasts of Walter Cavendish. Good job, Walter. Okay, and I think that was his 2 actions. So that's going to end of the turn. Let me look. I'm going to just look up just to see what happens when an agent is neutralized. I don't think it matters. I think that's just one of the game scenarios. It does have an end game scenario if an agent is neutralized. Now, I do know that Tobias now, if Emerson is dead, Tobias has +1 action, so Tobias now has 3 actions in a turn. I think that's the only thing that happens. But that's going to be the end of the round, so we're going to do the cleanup phase. First thing we're going to do now, again, I'm not worrying about the fire up there anymore because everybody's out of the building, so it's not going to really have any effect. It'll go out of the windows, but on every turn it also goes away. So if it's outside, the fire, because it's raining, right? We all know that. It's pouring rain. And then we have, let's see, I'm just going to go through this real quick. The wrap-up phase. Okay, we did the advanced round fire tokens. Yeah, that's it, guys. We are done. That is the end of this episode. So it looks like we're getting pretty, I don't know, man. She's not off the board yet. She's got 1 hit point. Again, anybody's game. One of the agents went down, but there's still one alive. He's got 3 zombies up right now. If the zombies manage to go before somebody can take it out, the one out that's next to the damsel, it could just completely take the damsel out of commission. She's right here. That zombie's right there in front of that door. So there's still a chance, there's still a risk that she goes down. Plus there's more zombies and Tobias himself on the way, I think. So we'll see how this rolls out. Could be very bad. Could be very bad. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I don't know who's going to win yet. It's still up in the air either way. We're coming right down to it. One of the agents is down. That does hinder the Nemesis quite a bit, but we have enough to summon some more minions when it comes up. So it really depends on who goes first next turn. If Abigail goes first next turn again, it's not as good. She could neutralize that zombie. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I look forward to what's next on the table. I think we've got another episode or 2 of this before it's done. I'm just going to play, even though we're playing in campaign mode, so we can come back to it, I'm just playing this scenario for now. Because really, again, it's not made for this type of play. It's really made for the one against many solution. So, guys, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care.